McMahon still up in the attack. McMahon 10 metres on Canterbury side of the halfway line. Pringle, Lockwood, Lavers coming through on the burst, but well held by Graham Hughes and Peter Coveney. Now through Cox to Topless and a knock on. Topless has kicked the ball. The advantage played. Thomas, but his pass was knocked down by Balmain. Offside. Hughes kicking for the touchline for Canterbury and finding it. Free kick to be taken by English. Coveney scores. Up to Mortimer. Gary Hughes back to Mortimer and out in the centre. That's the second row forward, Graham Hughes. Now it's Mortimer. Got it away to Coveney. Hughes. Gary Hughes. Thomas. A kick here. Mortimer. Away to Graham Hughes, and there it goes. The high up and under, coming down just inside the quarter, and well taken by Cutler. Cutler trying to pass it back to English. Mishandled by a couple of players, but it's Balmain's ball. Up from the Balmain line. Lockwood.
Playing long passes out wide.
Lockwood playing it back here, and it's back to McMahon for the kick. Oh, that's a long kick indeed. Well taken by Cutler. Fish up there to mark him, and Gearin on the wing. And tackled into touch, and that's a mistake by Gearin. Should have come in field. Canterbury's ball again, and this is Cutler. Up from fullback, and into Balmain's half by 10 metres. Pringle the tackle. Graham Hughes. Mortimer on the blind side. And that's intelligent play. It's past McMahon. And Mortimer almost regained it. Now it's Mullane. And Mullane only a couple of metres out from the line, and the tackle count restarts. Away it goes to Mark Hughes. And put down by Coveney. Coming through on the burst. Knock on. And the scrum will go down.
Well, that's the way this game is played at the moment. 1 minute brilliant. The next minute, bad mistakes.
Balmain's ball from the scrum, and Cox is held in possession. Topless cutting out McMahon with a pass to Knight, and McMahon appeared to be in a gap there. Could have been very dangerous if he'd received the ball. Topless, Lavers. Now from Maybury to Lockwood. And plenty of Canterbury defence there, and somebody's going to be called out. The referee calling Peter Coveney over. And there's going to be a penalty against that player just outside the Balmain quarter line.
It's been very obvious in this match that immediately Brian Lockwood gets hold of that ball, the Canterbury players are up there to put him on the deck.
The line, only a few metres short of halfway. Maybury up for the second kick, the free kick for Balmain. And he's knocked it on. And another penalty against Canterbury. And loose arm indicated, as well as not backing straight. And off the side of the boot, but over the touchline, and the free kick to be taken again by Maybury. There it is, onto Cox, Lockwood, Cox. And he almost lost the ball, but is well taken just in Canterbury's half. Lockwood, Ryan. Now this is McMahon on the blind side, and out to Knight. Knight down the touchline. Good tackle by Cutler. Not far short of the Canterbury quarter line. Balmain on the attack as it goes to Lockwood. Pringle. Bendel in the centre. Out now to Wigham. Wigham has the winger with him as he runs to the quarter line, and now it's Fish, and he's unmarked. Fish is over the line. It's a try for Balmain, and that puts Balmain in front by 8 points to 5.
And that's the try that Balmain needed to regain their confidence. They have not played well this half. It's some excellent work here. Lockwood again, but getting the ball out to Wayne Wigham. And a nice centre three-quarter play here. He decides to go, gets the defence right away from his winger, and he gives Mike Fish an open run to the line. And again, good thinking, Mike Fish, to give the goal kicker every opportunity of kicking a further 2 points.
Greg Cox attempting the conversion of the try, and he's hit that one pretty well. It's 2 points, 10 points to 5 in favour of Balmain. Minutes to take the lead in this game, but it's Balmain in front now. 10-5, 12 minutes into the second half. Maybury to Ryan. Maybury. Wigham. Maybury. Cox, Lockwood, topless. Cutting out Bendel with a pass to McMahon, and now it's Fish on the wing. Mortimer coming across field and cover defence. Fish inside. Eventually taken by Cutler and Mortimer. 10 metres short of the quarter line, Canterbury's end. Balmain looking better now as McMahon gets it to Cox. Topless. And a line of players out here, but Pringle has knocked it on. The whistle is gone. And the penalty is against Balmain for not packing straight this time. Oh, a bad kick by Graham Hughes. And it's night running for Balmain. Back towards the halfway line. English, the tackler, around the legs. Mabry. And moving up there on the blind side for Balmain is Spears, who's had quite a good game, coming in as a replacement for Keith Cook. Lockwood. Mabry. Topless. Ryan. Bree. Cox. Topless. McMahon again. And he's into Canterbury's half. Knight moving with him. Now it's Knight inside the quarter line. Out of a couple of tackles and taken by Mark Hughes. Only 5 metres out. Topless a dummy half to McMahon. And over the shoulder of Labors. Picked up by Mabry. There's plenty of players out there. Bendel to Wigham. And Wigham must score. Wigham is in for the Balmain try. And that makes it 13 points to 5.
Well, there's some good lead-up football there. Excellent work by Stephen Knight and also Alan McMahon to lead up to this, and realising they had to, McMahon once again throwing the ball over, and probably a lucky thing that ball did go loose, but there's good digging there by Bendel to give it quickly to Wigham, realising that there was no Canterbury defence out wide, and that's a good try by Balmain.
Greg Cox attempting the conversion of the Wigham try, and this time he's missed it across the goal mouth. No goal, and it's still 13 points to 5. Now here's the kick-off by Cutler. The change in the Canterbury team is Jeff Robinson wearing jumper number 24, and he's replaced Gary Stevens. The quarter line. Balmain's into the ground. Balmain in possession. Pringle. Cox. Lockwood. Topless. McMahon. Balmain moving the ball beautifully now. McMahon into Canterbury's half, and that's Fish, but he can't hold the pass from McMahon. A little bit too far forward. That's a Balmain ball. Cox. They've won the second half scrums 4-3 to this point. Wigham in possession, but there's going to be a penalty against Canterbury.
I get the impression that Balmain realise now that Canterbury are starting to tire, that there are quite a few gaps out wide. It's noticeable that McMahon is chiming into this attack all the time.
And that was good handling by Balmain. It's Wigham in the centre again. 13 points to 5. Bendel a dummy half to Fish. Inside the quarter. Spears. Oh, on the pass intercepted by Gary Hughes. Well anticipated there. Or Labors it was. Not McMahon. And now this is Pringle. Pringle just inside the quarter line. Mabry. Cox. Lockwood. Just back inside the quarter. Attack once more. Mabry. Cox. Topless. Back towards the blind side. Labors. And that's a good little kick over the defence. Coming through, it's Wigham in possession. And out to Fish on the wing. Fish for the corner. He's in. Puts the ball down for another try. And it's 16 points to 5.
That's great football there too. I noticed Topless. He's a man who plays this game so well. He could see that the Canterbury defence moving up. Puts that one over the top. And once again, Wigham playing a great game, realising that Fish out wide has got every chance.
Greg Cox from near the touchline attempts the conversion, but it's no goal. It's still 16-5. That's a long one, right back to the goal line. On Balmain's into the ground. There's been another change in the Canterbury-Bankstown team, and on the program that is Greg Howard. Free in possession, and Steve Mortimer getting the long pass away to Cutler. Cutler is 10 metres on Balmain's side of the halfway line.
And the crowd roared there, and the referee, Greg Hartley, was knocked over in that play.
There's the replacement for Graham Hughes. Howard playing this ball. 10 metres in Balmain's half. 15 minutes of play remaining in this game now, and Balmain looking very comfortable indeed at 16-5, and they've regained possession now through Lockwood. From Topless to Pringle. Casillas on the ground there. Canterbury lock forward, hurt as play goes on, and McMahon takes play into Canterbury's half. Out to Fish on the wing, back into Wigan, but he wasn't expecting that flick pass. Mortimer feeds the scrum, and that's a Canterbury ball, although it came out of the Balmain pack, and now it's Gary Hughes. Still running. And that's Mullane backing up, and he's gone into Balmain's half. He's got support. Oh, but good cover defence there from Fish, who moved in from the wing to take the Canterbury-Bankstown fullback Cutler. Now it's Mortimer. Back to Cutler. Cutler not far from the Balmain quarter line. Held by Mabry. Overny. English to Robinson. Inside the quarter line now. Out of a tackle. Got it to Mortimer. And he's about 12 metres out from the line. Or English it was, not Mortimer. Now it's Gary Hughes. And there's Cutler coming in from fullback again. Cutler's down in the fifth tackle. Mark Hughes at dummy half. Back to Mortimer. And the up and under. And Casillas and Howard, and also the winger Gearan after that ball, but it's knocked dead by Balmain. And a good run by Mark Hughes. Back inside the quarter on Balmain's end. Hughes, Mortimer. Cutler coming through on the burst. Cutler only about 10 metres out, and he's lost the ball. And Balmain back in possession. Topless. Bendel. And the little kick through is very intelligent. Topless has it. Knocked down by Mullane, but he's got the pass away as he was unheld. That's Wigham. And Wigham in the sixth tackle, a few metres in Canterbury's half. Overny, at Ryan, Cox, Knight in from the wing. Lockwood. Back through Mabry to Ryan. Back to Cox. And now McMahon. And here's a good run by Balmain. Out of the centre, it's Wigham again. Down to the quarter line. He's got it nicely to Knight. Knight out of the tackle. He's going to score. I think Knight's in. A try by Balmain.
Again, it's good thinking here from Topless. An important scrum win, of course, but Topless there. And again, let's watch Wayne Wigham go through his steps. McMahon, very important, brushes that side. A beautiful pass to Wigham. But look at this centre go. Young fellow, tall, striding. Does very well to let that pass go. Knight just brushes off the Canterbury defence. He's a big man, full of determination, and goes in for a try. And I think that typifies the second half of this match.
Greg Cox attempts the conversion of the Knight try, but he's put it out to the right. No goal. It's 19-5.
And Lockwood has been in the place setting it up, but Gary Spears, the replacement, they're very tired, and they try coming up. Let's see.
Well, this is Fish, well down into Canterbury's half, out to Topless and back to Ryan, and the captain is close. Ryan is in for his try, and that makes it 22-5 in favour of Balmain.
The ability to throw this ball out wide, getting it out and clearing the ruck, and of course there's no defence out there from Canterbury, and good change of pace, and the captain Trevor Ryan from Fish slows it down to Topless, back out to Ryan, and it's a ball game. It's quite easy. There's no Canterbury defence. Although Peter Mortimer having a go at the captain Trevor Ryan, he does well to score for Balmain.
Stephen Mortimer is in a bad way on his right leg out there. Greg Cox again attempts the conversion of the try. That's not a bad looking kick. Off the upright. No goal. It's still 22-5. Well, what a great second half performance has been by Balmain. 5 tries in the second half. Steve Mortimer is coming off the field. There's Steve Mortimer being assisted from the playing area with time almost up. Balmain leading by 22 points to 5, having scored 5 tries in the second half. 6 in all. Time is up. There's the hooter, in fact. And it's a good win to Balmain, and Canterbury still trying in the dying moments of the game. Pringle in possession, and Kitty's all over the ground. But the game is over now. The referee has blown the full-time whistle, and Balmain 22 has beaten.